Hello.
Hello, Siama.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Not bad, thank you. Not bad. How are you doing today?
I'm,
Your
I'm,
glitch is sorted.
yeah. It's all sorted. Thank you for understanding and waiting. How are you?
Not bad, thank you.
Good
Not
to,
bad.
good to have you here. So is there anything you want to ask me before we continue?
Yeah, just a couple of things.
Okay.
So tell me about your big break show. This
Okay.
is not live yet. It's not going live, is it?
No. Although I'm
Okay.
recording it, I'm going to chop it out of it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is a show that is chronicling and documenting phenomenal people in different area of their endeavors all over the world. And it's so because of COVID-19, we are looking at how businesses are innovating and putting resilience in their businesses. So
Okay.
this show will be seen majorly in Africa, UAE, and UK. Yeah, so those
Okay.
are our audience. So and this is the second episode um, that I'm just recording. So the
Okay.
last one was day before yesterday. It's already done. It will be premiered in some couple of few hours.
Okay. Okay. And who was the guest? Who was your guest?
Janaki. She's a consultant too. From she's a she's an HR consultant and CEO, and we already have some CEOs lined up in even in UAE for this show now. Yeah, so yeah,
Okay. So this is your show, is
absolutely.
it? So you're the pioneer for it.
Yeah, actually, this same show has run in Africa. I ran it in Africa where I document entrepreneurs. It's run on some major TV stations in Africa. So now that we are here and we have COVID, we can't move around so much. So we need to innovate and have
Yeah,
you.
yeah, no, exactly. Well, it's good it's going to Africa because I'm gonna, once this COVID is sorted, I'm gonna be doing fashion shows in the UAE and in the Gulf. So I'm looking for your African designers because African clothes are phenomenal.
Oh my
You know,
God.
the print, the texture, the style, you know, like the Nigerian hats. And so, you know, that kind of, those designers need to be showcased. And so, you know, when it comes to fashion shows in the Middle East, the African designers love to be here. So it would be quite nice to have some African designers in my fashion shows. So yeah. So it's
Okay.
good it's going into Africa.
Yeah. So remind me at the end of the show.
Okay.
There was a portion of the invite I sent to you that if you have anything you want to promote, um,
Yeah,
we're going to talk about it at the end of this interview. It will be seen
sure.
a lot of, personally, I have like 10 fashion designer personally right now. I'll just forward it today. So we consider cool.
Great.
So
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Good.
I think we are off to a good start right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So shall we begin?
Let's begin.
Okay, so tell us about yourself.
Oh, I've lost you. 1 minute. Sorry. I was just putting the volume up. So my name is Siama Kadar, and I am the CEO and founder for Hey Bella. Hey Bella is an e-commerce platform, but it's a community. It's a community for women to come together. It's about being beautiful. So we're trying to build the philosophy of everybody is beautiful, and women should feel and believe they are beautiful. So Hey Bella means in Latin and Spanish, hello beautiful, hence the name Hey Bella. And we've got the e-commerce platform, we've got the fashion show platform for fashion designers to come on board. We've also got the catwalk training programs. So I'm making real women catwalk runway models for our fashion shows. So we've got different divisions within the Hey Bella remit. Um,
So,
and yeah.
okay, yeah, you are saying something. Let me.
Yeah. So my background initially is I'm born and raised in the UK, and I was very much into fashion, runway, walking, etiquette. And so I started going to Swiss etiquette school, whereby I learnt how to walk, how to stand, how to conduct yourself, ladies etiquette, gentleman etiquette, table manners, when you're eating with your knife and
Yeah.
fork, the Queen's English. So I learned a lot of the etiquette styles and the diplomatic protocols of the British way and the Swiss way and the French way of doing things in a really polite manner. So society can feel that this person is a polite person with good behavior, good characteristics, and then they come to you. So the idea is people and good quality comes to you. So when you make a beautiful life, when you believe in something beautiful and you believe everything around you is beautiful, then beautiful things come and are attracted to you. So I was into etiquette heavily. I then did an accounting and finance degree at university, and I joined a number two big accountancy practice where I did auditing for financial services. And from there on, I was very much into extracurricular activities. So I did dance, I qualified as an aerobics instructor. So I started teaching. I wanted to give back to society. So when society helps you grow in your career, you've got to give back. And one way for me to give back was to start teaching women exercise. So healthy mind, healthy body, healthy living, healthy heart, which cultivated becomes a beautiful heart. So I did many, many years of teaching exercise, weight management, along with my normal career, which was my building block of accounting and investment banking.
Well,
So I started off my career in investment banking, my solid career in investment banking. And I think it's really important for women to be pushed into education, to be encouraged, I should say, to be encouraged into education, because I think education, nobody can take education away from you. Everything else can be taken away from you, but education, your education cannot be taken away from you. And power is knowledge. So when you have a good education, you have a good foundation. And when you have a good foundation, you can join many different types of corporate companies whereby they teach you. So when you join a big corporate, you are learning so many different angles of that corporation. You're learning soft skills on how to liaise with top management, with your line manager, with your colleagues, with different department heads. You're also learning about software and the different types of systems and the processes. And I was very thankful and very lucky that I went into a company, a brokerage investment bank that was broken, and I had to learn it from source, so from foundation, had to dig all the way through the trial and the processes and implement inherent controls that became permanent. So there was no temporary solution, it was a permanent solution. And so that's what's ingrained in my mind, that whenever you do something with completion, and you do something with total permanent solution rather than a temporary fix which can break easily, and it can only lead to bad reputational damage. So that's why when you put a good control in place, which is permanent, it leads you to a much higher rank quite quickly, because you build up your reputation to be somebody solid, somebody who does a good job, somebody who has good solutions. And when you're in a corporate world, you need to have solutions. And so I did many years of investment banking, private equity, and I learned all different areas of investment banking, derivatives, equity, fixed income, as well as the soft skills and the soft skill development and learning. And then what that did was it gave me an entrepreneurial mind, because at the side of me doing investment banking, I was also teaching aerobics, and I had my aerobics company I also had a weight management consultancy company. And so I became quite entrepreneurial from a very young age. And then at the same time, I was self-developing myself by going to etiquette schools, by doing sewing classes, by qualifying as a semi-professional dancer, flower arranging. So I was doing a multitude of different types of classes and extracurricular activities to help boost my mind. And that gave me my entrepreneurial spirit and my drive that, look, when you have your passion and your hobby, when you find your hobby and your passion, then you can break away from the corporate world and start your entrepreneurial journey. So I did many years of investment banking, which was initially my foundation. So it's like building a house. If you have a good solid foundation, then the house, the building block, can be quite solid. And I do feel that before anybody embarks on an entrepreneurial world, they should have a strong foundation, and then they should have building blocks, which is your corporate building blocks, because you are learning so much from people, and then your walls are coming up, and that's when your roof is when, okay, I'm stable now, I've got a lot of knowledge from the corporate world, I now want to build my chimney and my windows. That's when you go entrepreneurial, and that's what I did. So I based it around the metaphor of a house.
That's quite impressive. So you're saying it's important to have the foundation, and the foundation can be gotten from working in a corporate environment, working with a large organization. When did you decide that you've reached the stage where you can start on your own?
Okay, so for many years I did the corporate world, and then in 2014, when I set up my own accounting and investment private equity firm in the UK, and I did that for 3.5 years. And then in 2014, it was a cold, rainy day. It was January. It was middle of January. It was cold. And I was sitting in my office saying, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? And I then decided I just need to pack up my bags and move to Dubai. And that's what I did. It took me 3.5 months to pack up, because you need to complete all your administrative tasks. And so it took me 4 months. I packed up and I came into Dubai in 2014 for a new beginning, for a new life, with international experience and career. I didn't know what Dubai was going to hold for me, except was I needed to explore myself and my personality and my character. And I do feel, you need to move different bases. You need to take the risk, because the UK and London was very much the comfort zone. I knew it like the back of my hand. It was my comfort pillow. And in order to grow yourself and your mind, you need to move out of your comfort zone. And one way for me to move out my comfort zone was to shut everything down in the UK and shift to Dubai and establish myself in Dubai, which was the best decision I made.
Really?
So it was
Can you tell me how it was for you when you moved to Dubai? And why Dubai, and why did you decide to come to Dubai? You said from the time you were sitting in your office and saying on that cold, rainy day in January, when you said, "What am I doing here?" Have you been researching Dubai, or you just at the nick of time just say, "I'm going to Dubai"? Why Dubai? And I want you to tell me what happened when you came here.
So Dubai, when you see Dubai videos, they're phenomenal. You'll see Burj Khalifa, Burj Al Arab, the sun, the beach, and it's so attractive and it is glamorous. And Dubai is a very glamorous, attractive place. It really is a very beautiful place. I think, it has very beautiful buildings, it has beautiful interior, it has beautiful thinking. The entire thinking of Dubai is very beautiful. And so remember, my philosophy is I want to surround myself with beautiful things and beautiful people, but it doesn't have to be the glamour, because little things also make an impact. Little things are what makes it beautiful. And so my brother had moved here 2 years prior to me. So he kept saying, come move to Dubai. So that was a very good stability thread that, okay, if I move to Dubai, at least I've got one person of my family there. So that was an easy decision to make, that it was going to be Dubai. And then it was the excitement, the apprehension, the feeling of, oh my God, what is Dubai going to hold for me? And I used to come and visit. And when you come and visit, it's different as a tourist to when you are a resident. Because when you're a resident, you've got to know everything, where everything is, how to do things. Whereas as a tourist, you're just going to the tourist hotspots. So it was like, okay, I'm going to learn something new. I'm a big learner, and I love to learn. And I think as a woman, you always have to keep learning. It's a way to empower yourself. It's a way to start thinking what you like. It's a way to build your personality and your characteristic, and self-development. So it was a really nice learning experience, and it was an easy shift for me to come from UK to Dubai, because there was already some stability and a foundation already here. So that's why I chose Dubai. And it had a fusion as well. So my heritage is Indian and Pakistani, and being British. So Dubai has that. It has that fusion going on with so many different diversities. It's got your Western culture and it's got your Eastern culture. And so you then decide where you want to base yourself. And so I based myself in New Dubai, because I was very much into my Western ways of doing things. So yeah.
So I want you to talk to me about how you got started, how you started Hi Bella here in Dubai.
Sure. So Hybella actually started in 2019, but when I came here in 2014, I first took a rest, recharged, and I started writing my book. And I've always wanted to be a book author writer, and because I was into etiquette, I wanted to write about etiquette. So I started writing my book, which I will share in a minute. But I then set up an accountancy finance division for a firm in the DIFC, in the Dubai International Financial Center, because that was my background, investment banking, private equity. So I set up the finance division there. And when I set up the finance division there, I was like, look, I can also, set up other people's companies and divisions and businesses internationally. I joined a investment bank in the DIFC as a CFO, and I did that for many years. The regulatory side, the private equity side, the treasury side. So I managed the entire base of that investment bank, from the shareholders liaising, auditing, internal controls, everything, the assessments, compliance. So did all of that. But then again, on a side, I set up my Institute of Modern Etiquette because I felt that people need to self-improve themselves. I wanted to teach on how ladies' etiquette is, gentlemen etiquette is. So along with writing my book, I set up Institute of Modern Etiquette, plus being the CFO at an investment bank. That is a luxury item. Self-development, people believe it to be a luxury item. Although I'm a firm believer that you should always develop yourself, and it should be a necessity rather than a luxury item. So in 2018-19, I set up Hey Bella, heybella.com. So I went to the DERA, and there is a entire road which sells very beautiful party wear Arab clothing. And so I started speaking to the owners there, and I said, look, have you thought about becoming a designer on a platform? And they said, no, 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 we just do the whole shop front. And I said, look, I'm going to build my e-commerce platform and come and become a designer on my platform. So it's a marketplace. So I've got designers as well as the Hey Bella collection, and I've got my customers that come and congregate on the heybella.com platform. So I set up heybella.com because I had a feeling for glamour, and women should be glamorous. So it was all glamour, party, wedding, reception wear for women to wear and feel beautiful. Because when a woman wears her outfit, automatically her mood is lifted. So clothes is part of somebody's personality, somebody's character. So then I set up heybella.com, and along with that, the fashion show. So I've always been very active in fashion shows and runways because I'm a semi-professional dancer, and deportment from etiquette. So the fashion show was the knock-on effect of heybella.com. So I create really glamorous fashion shows.
So, Siama, I see doctor in your name. Can you tell me about that?
Yes. So I got my honorary doctorate in 2019. It's for finance and management. I was awarded so I was awarded in 2019 for finance and management because I specialized in the finance area and entrepreneurialism of management. So I received that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what will you think? Okay, now we need to move to this present situation that the whole world, is experiencing right now, which is COVID-19. Um, what will you advise a CFO? I know of a CFO. I heard of a CFO who has just been laid off recently around here, and there are a lot of them around. Companies have to downsize right now. They have to keep expenses as low as possible. But for people who are experiencing this, what do you have to say to them?
Okay, so the CFOs that have essentially lost their jobs, is that where we're? So if they've lost their jobs, they have to use this time as a recharging time, because when you're a CFO, you are C-suite and you are on the executive level. So your brain is already full of multi different things, and you need to recharge first before you jump into another position. So use this time to reflect, self-evaluate, and self-actualize what exactly you enjoy doing, how you're going to write down your path. So you need to have a journey in front of you, but you need to recharge before you start that journey and embark on a new journey to get a new position. Do you want to go into another corporate field, or do you want to start your new job? Because when you're a CFO, you have multi different areas you can focus on. You don't just become a CFO for one area. You become a CFO for treasury, intercompany, for regulatory, for cost budgeting. So you've got multiple different facets that come under the CFO remit, as well as legal and HR and compliance. So your CV needs to include all of those: cost, budgeting, internal, external, audit, regulatory, compliance, HR. So your CV needs to include your core competencies. And if you are going to embark on a new corporate role, I think it's really important that you build your personal brand. People have got to know you, because again, it's much easier when people know you. People then come to you, and the right people come to you, rather than you knocking on doors, which you have to do anyway, but knocking on too many doors can get quite demotivating. So when you knock on one door but 5 doors open because of your personal branding. So it's really important that you personally do personal branding. You build and you self-develop yourself. So when people look at you and listen to you, they're already attracted to you. And so when you're doing your personal branding, you can do speaking, you can write a book, you can do many different things to build up your personal brand. And I think people should start building on their personal brand when they are like CFO and C-suite executives. They can also think about working internationally, so anywhere in the Gulf region. They don't have to just stick with Dubai. They can go to Singapore, Hong Kong. They can go outside of Dubai as well, but they need to stick with it. You can do consultancy work, so you can join a already established accountancy firm and say, look, this is my CV. I'm happy to do consultancy work with you, because at this time, people are not hiring. So freelancers and consultants are going to get more of an opportunity because people are not hiring. So they can give their services as a freelancer, as a consultant. So there are those opportunities which the big accountancy practices and the big consultancy firms are giving at this moment in time. But this is a global crisis. You know, it is a global crisis. So you need to be unique. You need to be different. You need to be different to the other CFOs in the market, because you're essentially competing with each other, but in a more friendly way. So again, you can collaborate with your other CFOs, join into like a mastermind kind of group, and collaborate with one another. So you're not competing, you're actually helping and supporting each other. So one CFO may be an expert in regulatory for investment banking. Another CFO could be a regulatory for private equity. So whenever opportunities come that they can't specialize, can't fit, they can pass it on. So then that collaboration, that bonding, that friendship, relationship, rapport builds a lot stronger.
Yeah, you are saying they should form a bilateral relationship with
Correct.
people around, and while also doing their personal brand, putting content out on all of the major platforms where people can see, they can like, they can know, they can like and trust them. So how about for somebody who is just starting out, who just finished school, unfortunately, in this time of COVID-19?
So a fresh graduate, you mean
Yeah.
a fresh graduate at this moment in time needs to do internships. Finding a paid job is going to be very, very difficult. So they need to do internships in multiple areas, because when you're a fresh graduate, you still don't actually understand what you want in your career, what path you want to follow. Sometimes somebody in communications feels they want a media and communications path, but actually it's marketing. They want marketing and graphic designing. And so, you know, your degree is just your foundation. It's the starting of your building block. So fresh graduates need to do internships. They need to do 3 to 6 to even 12 months of an internship. They need to learn about all the different departments within a company. They need to show enthusiasm. They need to be determined. They need to be diligent with what they do, and they need to be hungry to learn, because this is a time when it's their prime time, when they have the most amount of energy, most amount of brain power, most amount of learning capabilities. So if they can do an internship between 6 to 12 months, then they can learn a wide spectrum of things. And when they learn that wide spectrum of things, then they can decide, okay, well, my CV has got finance, legal, HR, marketing, it's got operations in it. I can apply to any graduate position now. So, and then they need to go into the bigger firms like your big investment banks, your Standard Chartered, your HSBCs, your Pepsi, your Coca-Cola, your Unilever, because these companies give you a more fresh, holding your finger type feeling. It's a bit like university, but in a corporate world. And they teach you, and they've got training programs in place, they've got schemes in place. They look after you on a financial and a recognitional way. So you don't have to worry about that. You just focus on yourself, your self-development, and learn as much as you can. So put in the hours. Don't be lazy, discipline yourself, discipline yourself. Make sure you get to work at the right time. Make sure if you have to complete something, you complete it rather than procrastinate to the following day and then the following day. So, embed good habits and discipline into your lifestyle and into your career at a fresh graduate level, then that is going to be your investment for the future.
Yeah. Wow. This has been massive. Thank you so much. I've personally learned a lot in this short period of time. So you mentioned you've written a book on etiquette. Can you share with us?
Yes. So it's called Ladies and Gentlemen, the quintessential book on modern etiquette. It took me many years. It took me 5 years to write. However, you can write a book much faster than that. The reason why it took me so many years to write is because I started it in 2014. And then after a few months, I lost motivation, and then I stopped. I closed it. I then started writing about wedding etiquette, because I love weddings and I love the whole etiquette to it and different cultures. Then I started writing about beautiful habits. And what happened was in 2018, I went to a conference here on the Palm, and I met a book author there, phenomenal book author, Neelam Shah, with Fab at 40. And she said to me, look, if you've got manuscripts ready on your table, just show it to my publisher. So I showed my manuscripts, which were incomplete, incidentally. They were free, incidentally, incomplete. I showed it to the publisher, who is Passionpreneur. There we go. Who's Passionpreneur. And he then said, look, you've got a book. You've literally, we're going to combine it. We're going to give it to the editor. You're going to work very closely with the editor, and we're going to create your book for you because you're passionate about etiquette, and I want to showcase it. So I worked very closely with the editor. The editor would say, okay, you've got 4 days to write about this chapter, which is missing. Right. So I then would write about that chapter. And so it was really good because she gave me milestones and goals to complete. And I'd be like, oh, but I'm really busy. I've got to do my work, and I've got this event to go to, and I've got to do this. But she said, no, you need to complete it. Otherwise, you're just going to prolong the book getting published. And so it got published in May 2019. Yeah, May, Ramadan 2019. So it got published then, Ladies and Gentlemen, Quintessential Book on Modern Etiquette. And it is a combination of ladies etiquette, gentleman etiquette, how to live a beautiful life, and elements of wedding etiquette as well.
Okay. Do we have it on Amazon, or where can we get it?
Yeah, so we've got it on 70 online and offline bookshops. So we've got it on Amazon internationally. We've got it on Nobles and Barnes. We've got it in Waterstones in the UK. We've got it Jamalon. So at the moment,
you are going to get the link to this book in the comment section or the description of this video, right? We can get
yes, absolutely. I can give you that. And at the moment, for your followers and your viewers, I can give a free ebook to them. I can give this as a free gift to
Wow.
them as an ebook just for that short period of time.
Okay. This is more than we can bargain or ask for. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is wonderful, Siama. So I want to ask this question. What do you think has helped you in your journey? Do you think it is a result of hard work or is it luck?
No, it really is family encouragement and support, and then it's education. Education is vital, and then you have got to put your heart and soul and mind into your education. Make sure you go to good educational institutes. Make sure you understand yourself, so you explore your heart. What is it that your heart wants? What is it that your heart needs? And then explore it and go into that area. A lot of hard work. It's not luck. I'm not a believer on luck. You've got to put in the hard work to actually get somewhere. And it's your foundation which will get you somewhere. So when you have a strong foundation, then your building blocks are a lot easier to build. But it's hard work, diligently. I used to work in investment banking up until 4 o'clock in the morning because I wanted to learn about everything. Um, and that taught me discipline, and it also taught me, money does not grow on trees. Money, you've got to look after it. You've got to be effective. You've got to understand and have a strategy as well. So never chase money. Money comes to you. And don't be materialistic, because material things can diminish quite quickly. It's the smaller impacts, and always give back. So I've got a charity called Merciful Hands, and we feed laborers, we do gift bag distributions, we do many different things in it. So it's always important to give back. So for everything you receive, always give back. So give back more than what you receive. And that's really important to do, because when the world grows you, and builds your education and your self intellect and your leadership, you need to give it back to society, because what's the point of being a leader in a career, a business, profit making career, when you can't give back? So giving back is a big part, very big part.
Yes, thank you so much. And I also want you to talk about the fashion show that is coming up after this pandemic.
Sure. So we're going to be doing multiple different fashion shows, because our Dubai Fashion Week was on hold this year because of COVID, unfortunately. So that's going to be shifted to either June, July, or September time. And there's going to be multiple different fashion shows. So we're going to be doing fashion shows in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, uh, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain. So we're going to go to multiple different Gulf states to do the fashion shows. Um, and we've got beautiful venues, and we're just looking for the designers. The designers come, they have a number of beautiful items in their current collection, because the way fashion works is it's seasonal. And because we've lost 3 to 6 months, we're going to do current fashion, so people get to see the current fashion. So they need to have between 12 to 15 to even 20 items in their collection. We've got the models, real beautiful women and men, and we are going to showcase their collection to the world. So we're looking for designers internationally, because we want designers internationally, because then the world will see, African designers, British designers, European designers in the Gulf region within the Dubai Fashion Week and the Gulf Fashion Week. Luxury items, couture, casual. So it really depends. So when a designer approaches me and they tell me, okay, we've got couture, then I will fit them into the couture range, and we will do the couture designers first.
I also want to ask, how do you balance your family life with time at work? Because I just learned, you mentioned you work sometimes till 4 a.m.
Yeah, so
while
4
working. Yeah. So I'm asking that because presently I am sort of like that too. So, but I know I will stop very soon.
a.m. No, so the 4 a.m. was when I was in investment banking. So that was in the UK. It was prime time. We all had to work very long hours. In investment banking, you generally have to work long hours, but it teaches you to appreciate time and to manage time as well. So Friday, Saturday here, the weekend is solely focused on the family. But as an entrepreneur now, you've got to build in your entrepreneurial work as well. So sometimes you do have to work very long hours, but your family understands that you're building up your business and it's not going to be continuous. So you need to give yourself time and you need to give family time. So you need to manage it. But when you're disciplined, because you've embedded the time discipline in you, then you're going to wake up on time. You're going to be proactive on time. You also know that this is the prime time when my brain has the most amount of power, and my time is the morning when a lot of inspirational ideas come to me. So it's generally the morning. So I make sure I wake up on time, spend time with the family, friends, build up my food, my breakfast, and then we start the day ahead.
Thank you so much. This has been phenomenal. Thank you so much, Siama. Is there any other thing you would like to add before we round up this session?
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. Um, anybody that wants some sort of career guidance, or emerging designers, fashion, real women that want to become ramp models, catwalk models, they can always get in touch with me on LinkedIn. So
Impressive.
it's
I'll be putting your
by
handle,
profile.
your profile. I'll be putting it everywhere. You'll be getting people. Yeah,
Cool,
this
cool. So
is
they can join our programs. They can be part of the Hey Bella community, because we're going to be doing VIP events and fashion shows and gift bags and all different types of things, volunteering. So they can be part of the Hey Bella community. I'm also, I'm trying to encourage women and people and to share their story. Just start writing. So one golden tip is just to keep a small pocket-sized notebook in your bag. And whenever something comes in mind, inspirational, just write it down, just jot it down. And before you know it, within 3 to 6 months, you've got a manuscript. And so, I think it's important that we start sharing our knowledge and sharing what we love. And yeah, so anybody that wants to connect, they're very welcome to connect with myself and with you. And yeah.
Thank you so much, Siama. It's been a wonderful time with you today, and this is the end of the show today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So that's the end. Uh, I think we are done with that now. I just want to ask, where do I get the links? The links to the
Okay.
free PDF one, and the how much is this book here in
So this
Dubai?
book, yeah, so this book, I think it's now 49 dirhams.
49 dirhams.
It's on
Okay.
sale at 49 dirhams.
Okay.
But I'm giving you so I'm giving you the ebook. Now the ebook, I can give you the link to the portal of the publisher.
Okay.
So I'll give you the link to the portal of the publisher, and you just have to promote
Okay.
that.
I want to. I have a sentiment. This is my sentiment. I want an autographed
But
Copy. Yeah. So I don't know, should I buy and bring to you? I need you to autograph my copy.
Yeah. You're based in Dubai, yes?
Yes. Internet City.
You're based in where, sorry? Internet City?
Yes.
In Dubai Internet City.
Yes.
Okay, well let's I do have a couple of books anyway, so I'll give you this book and then I'll sign it. So we'll meet no, maybe not this week, week after, when the the lockdown is a bit more lifted, a bit higher, when the offices are open. And I'm based in Knowledge Village in Dubai Design District.
Fantastic.
So
No, Knowledge Village is
yeah,
not
so
far from here.
say again.
I said Knowledge Village is not far
Yeah,
from
just
Internet City.
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, exactly. So you're very welcome to come to my office, and I'll sign it for you,
Oh,
and we'll put it on social media. So I've got copies.
yeah. Thank you so much, Siama. So, okay, there is something I think I will add it to the previous things I recorded. Okay, so I want to ask, how is hi Bella, how has it been affected by this pandemic, and how are you coping? How are you adding resilience to your business?
Yes. So, Hybella is glamour clothing. And because there's no events, there's no wedding, there's no reception parties happening, it's had a domino effect on Hey Bella, because nobody's buying, or limited people are buying glamour clothing. So I've pivoted, which is really important when you're an entrepreneur. You've got to learn how to pivot. So I've pivoted on, for a short period of time, I bought in casual wear. Casual wear. I've got the new Ramadan collection, the Ramadan ready collection. So I've spoken to designers that do not have restrictions, because a lot of my designers are based abroad and they have cargo and air cargo restrictions. So nothing can flow out the country. So I've got new designers plus the Hey Bella collection. And we've got ready-made casual dresses. Some dresses are like 177 dirhams, 125 dirhams, because we've got a sale, massive sale going on, because I want to give back to the community. So I put a sale on for up to 60% off on a lot of, 99% of the items are all on sale. And yeah, so we've had to pivot. So I've gone into casual wear, but only until I can pivot back into glamour wear. But at the moment, I've got a lot of designers with casual wear, but it's casual, beautiful wear. It's not frumpy or anything like that. So good texture, good quality. It fits on the body, shapes very well, and modest wear as well. So huge modest collection, which is part of the Ramadan ready collection. So you've got to pivot when you're an entrepreneur. You've got to pivot.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Siama. It's been
Cool.
it's been fantastic. I'm so happy we've had this session. Thank you so much. And
Likewise.
okay, so I think right now the things you'll be sending me, I will quickly text you the
Yes.
links to the books, the links to buy, and all that thing. I need your picture.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, like a profile.
I think I sent it to you on my bio profile, but I'll send it to you again.
Okay.
But I'll send it to you again. It's okay. So send me a list of everything you need, and I will send it all to you today.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day, Siama.
Good, excellent. But do let me know when you publish this, because then I'll also publish it on my platforms as well.
No problem. No problems. I have a policy of showing you before I make it public.
Okay.
If there's something there you want me to remove, I'll quickly remove that.
Perfect.
Apart from
Excellent.
thank you so much for your time, Siama.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
You too. You too. Bye.
Bye.